Good morning. Welcome, citizens of Douglas County. The February 3rd, 2025 work session of the Douglas County Board of Commissioners will come to order. Roll call. County Clerk, would you please take roll for the record?
Yes, ma'am. District 1 Commissioner Henry Mitchell is not present at the time. District 2 Commissioner Whitney Kenner-Jones.
Present.
District 3 Commissioner Martin Raxton.
Present.
District 4 Commissioner Vice Chair Mark Alcaraz.
Present.
Chairman Ramona Jackson-Jones.
Present. Clerk, did we have anyone, thank you so much, did we have anyone sign up for public comment today?
Yes, ma'am. We did have a couple of citizens sign in.
Okay.
Before I call you up, I'll just remind you, you have 3 minutes to address the board. Once your 3 minutes are up, we will ask you to wrap up your comments. And when you reach the podium, please restate your name and your subject matter. Our first citizen is Ronnie Chestnut.
Good morning. My name is Ronnie Chestnut. I'm here about the data center. West Jordan, Utah. West Valley City, Utah. Phoenix, Arizona. Pierre, Arizona. Plain, Texas. Manfield. North Lake. Elk Grove. Perkinstown, Ohio. There's 18 cities that this company is ready to settle down and build. And all these companies have in common, except two, was built in minority areas. They come in, they don't build off Chapel Hill Road. They don't build on Richardson Road. They don't build on 166. They come to the community that is less unserved. They come and divide and conquer. They throw a little change at us, and we buy into it. This company is built on dividing and conquer. They're never coming in your neighborhood. They never are going to build on Richardson Road. They're never going to build on Chapel Hill Road. The reason that is because they don't think that we have a voice. Those people that worked all their life for acre of land, they don't have as much as these big corporations have and money, and they're not being heard. And it's a shame that we allow that, because we said you have more privilege than they have more privilege than we do. It is dividing the country. Our moral aspect is all out of whack just because the almighty dollar. You all have the ability tomorrow to change the way that we do business here in Douglas County. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chestnut, for coming in. Clerk, do you have anyone else?
Yes, ma'am. Sabine Kelly.
Good morning. Thank you for hearing my testimony. Sabina Kelly, P.O. Box 536, Winston, Georgia. So on the data center, my concerns are still the elementary students, and I hear Amazon's coming and they're going to help us with the children and teaching and all that stuff. So my problem is Bill Gates has now bought 2 nuclear plants, one in Wyoming and the other one at 3 Mile Island. And we know what happened on 3 Mile Island. So if it takes that much power to run these data centers, and it's going to be running 24/7. I'm just not for it, and it worries me that Douglas County will not be the family community county that it always has been. We've got a beautiful county, and it's fantastic. My other concern is the post office across the street from the data center. Our post office is so awesome. People come from Alabama. They come from Northside, Alpharetta, all over the place to come to the Winston Post Office, because those people are so concerned of getting the mail where it's supposed to, but they also do visas and passports. That's the word I'm looking for, sorry. A little nervous this morning. But they do the passports for all these people. They've come from all over different states. And there's never a bad word about our Winston post office. The data center comes in, I'm sure the post office will be gone. I know it's across the street, but it's going to be too much competition. And still, my main concern is the ball fields, the park, where they play baseball and other sports right there next to the data center and all the electricity that's going to be in the area. And our water source is also a concern. I know they're supposed to have all the proper stuff, but we don't have enough people to monitor them 24/7 to see what they're really doing, and that's a concern. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ms. Kelly. Thank you. Madam Clerk, we have anyone else?
We do not.
Okay. Thank you so much, Madam Clerk. Board of Commissioners, certainly this is an opportunity for us for the agenda adoption. Commissioners, do we have a motion to approve the agenda?
I'd like to make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion, board? We have a motion and a second. All in favor of approving the agenda, please indicate by raising your right hand. We have a unanimous vote and the motion carries to adopt the agenda. Board of Commissioners, as a reminder, each commissioner have 3 minutes to make remarks and a 2-minute rebuttal opportunity. Approval of the minutes. Next on our agenda is the meeting minutes. Commissioner, tomorrow please be prepared to approve or deny accordingly regarding our meeting minutes. Agenda items. We will now begin with our agenda items. Clerk, please begin with the first item.
Yes, ma'am. We will have proclamations tomorrow. The first one will be proclaiming February 12th, 2025 as Georgia Day in Douglas County, and the second one will be proclaiming the month of February 2025 as Black History Month in Douglas County, and those will be read and adopted tomorrow. We will also have 2 public hearings. The first one will be House Bill 581 for homestead exemption opt-out, and Tiffany Stewart Stanley will be presenting that tomorrow. The second public hearing is to receive citizen comments regarding the completed activities on the Neighborhood Stabilization Program in order to begin the closeout of the fiscal year 2008 grant funds and authorize the remaining funds to be deobligated upon receiving closeout certification from the Georgia Department of Community Affairs. Ron Roberts will be presenting that tomorrow. Next, we have business items. Number 8 is resolution to authorize the Federal Transit Authority to award financial assistance for transportation. An opinion of council will confirm that the organization is authorized to receive these funds and authorize the chairman to sign all related documents pending final legal review. Ron Roberts is here to discuss.
Good morning, Madam Chair, Commissioners. Y'all doing all right today?
Good morning.
Doing great.
So this item is a bit of a housekeeping item. The FTA had contacted us because we did not have this in our system. TRAMS is the system that we use to track the NTD, the grants, a whole litany of things. A couple of years ago, they had another website that we use called Teams. I don't know if our original resolution supporting the FTA was lost in Teams or not, but they've asked us to pass this resolution and get it loaded into TRAMS by March the 5th. And so that's the document that I sent to legal for them to review. It has the opinion of council, and also it allows for us to continue to access past, present, and future funding for FTA. That's what this item is. I'm here for any questions that you may have.
Okay. Any questions for Director Roberts' board? Commissioner Raxton, you have the floor.
Thank you. Good morning, Thank you.
Morning.
So just for clarification, this is not to request any additional funds. This is just a housekeeping to have this document, this resolution on the file and on the record.
That's
so
correct.
we can obtain additional funds in the future.
Yeah,
Okay.
that is correct.
Okay.
Thank you for that question.
Okay. Thank you. Madam Chair, I yield the floor back to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Commissioner Raxton.
If-
Any other questions, board? All right.
I have, if it's all right, we had a 2-minute video that we were going to run. If I could show it to you guys now, it'd be great. And Steven's already got it booted up in the box back there.
Board, y'all okay with that?
Yes.
Okay, sure, absolutely.
I use Connect Douglas for errands around town, medical appointments, recreation appointments, or activities within the township. And I use the majority of the services that they offer. As a senior citizen, it's very important for me to be able to utilize an economical means of transportation, and Connect Douglas certainly offers that. It's very, very important for me to get to doctor's appointments in a timely fashion. They really, really offer a senior comfort and confidence.
I'm retired, so I go to the gym. I used to go to the mall or Target shopping. There's not many older people with transportation in Douglasville, so it's very important.
The bus helps me out a lot. I used to walk before I knew the bus was here. So instead of taking an hour and a half to get to work walking, I ride the bus now.
What I like about it is get a chance to help people. Everybody's not fortunate to have their own vehicle, and they still need to get to places like the doctor's office and things like that, or just not able to drive. So what we're providing is, it's awesome.
It's absolutely imperative. A lot of us would not have other means of transportation to get to necessary appointments or to have recreation or any type of socialization outside of our homes. It's very, very important because it helps us to have a connection, a community connection.
I wanted to thank the communications team for helping us pull that together. Did it in December, so we wanted to show it to you.
Thank you. Madam Clerk, next item.
Yes, ma'am. Number 9, approval of a lease agreement with Atlanta Region Transit Link Authority for a park and ride lot in the amount of $1 for the initial term and $1 for each renewal term, and authorize the chairman to sign all related documents pending final legal review. Ron Roberts.
Thank you. This is another one of those weird ones. We got a notice. I actually got a call from ATL. So I actually found the original contract with Greta. So when Greta started doing service from Douglas County in 2004, this agreement was in place for them to use the 300 parking spaces and, of course, the bus depot area for pulling in and pulling out. When Greta went to ATL, became ATL, I guess this, it was only a 20-year lease agreement. So they've asked us again to bring this forward, to sign it and have it in place. They wanted it in place. It actually expired end of last year, but they didn't send me, the attorneys didn't send me the contract until December 30th. So it's a little late, but it's here, and it's a bit of housekeeping. And I'm here to answer any questions that you may have.
Okay, thank you. Board, do you have any questions for Director Roberts? Okay, no questions. Thank you so much, Director
Thank you.
Roberts.
Okay. Number
Madam
10,
Clerk.
approval of the 2024 Equitable Sharing Agreement and Certification for the Douglas County District Attorney's Office, and authorize the chairman to sign all related documents pending final legal review. Laura Thompson.
Morning, everyone.
Good
Yes,
morning.
this is our annual report for the Equitable Sharing Agreement for the Department of Justice that we have to file every year.
Okay, any questions for
Thank you. Have a good day.
Ms. Thompson? Any questions?
No.
All right, thank you. All right, Madam Clerk, you have the floor.
Number 11, approval to sign an agreement with the West Georgia Regional Library System in the amount of $538,076.88 for providing library materials, library technology, software supplies, and shared services for the Douglas County Public Libraries payable in 2 equal installments to be funded through the library's budget, and authorize the chairman to sign all related documents pending final legal review. Lindy Moore.
Good morning. This is our annual agreement with the West Georgia Regional Library System for services and includes books, materials, technology. Shared services include cataloging and courier services between the libraries. We know that with Selman will be closed part of the year. This is the same contract amount as last year's. Even though Selman will be closed part of the year for the renovation, we're reallocating those funds that would have been for Selman's books to provide books for our new bookmobile.
Okay. Any questions, board, for our director, Moore? Commissioner Raxton, you have the floor.
All right, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, so in the contract, I see where the $480,000 is going towards. What is the $58,000 for?
The $58,000 is the shared services for cataloging and our courier services that operates between the libraries.
Okay, so, okay, courier service, so,
Yes.
okay. All right, yeah, it just wasn't spelled out in the contract, so that's why I was like, well, what is this 58 additional for?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Madam Chair, I yield the floor back to you.
Okay. Thank you so much. Any other questions, board? How are the bookmobiles coming? So,
It was delivered 2 weeks ago. We are working on getting the books for that. We took delivery. It is so cute. We cannot wait. We will have an official unveiling and mascot naming. We'll be announcing the winner of the mascot naming contest in the next few weeks. It's coming.
all right. Thank you so much, Director Moore.
Thank you.
Madam Clerk, you have the floor.
Number 12, approval for the chairman to execute agreement for services contracts for various vendors utilized by the juvenile programs, and authorize the chairman to sign all related documents pending final legal review. Jennifer King.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
These contracts are for providers that we utilize in our accountability court programs, the other areas in our office as far as intake or cases that we're working with. They include assessments and evaluations that we have to get done, certain forms of therapy and groups. There's also some grant programming within these youth mentoring and boxing services. Some of this is transportation when we get our youth back and forth to these programs. We have a new one on here I'd like to point out called Parent Peer Support. It's a contract with someone who is certified to provide the support piece for our parents who are dealing with what's going on with their kids and families in our system. So it's just kind of something we do every year. We developed this process with purchasing a few years ago, and we just renew them every year.
Okay. Board, we have any questions for Director King? No questions. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Madam Clerk, you have the floor.
Number 13, approval of an intergovernmental agreement with the City of Douglasville and the City of Villa Rica for the Douglas County Board of Elections to conduct municipal elections for each city, and authorize the chairman to sign all related documents. Milton Kidd.
Good morning, Madam Chair, Commission, and County Administration.
Good morning.
These two items are intergovernmental agreements with both of the municipalities represented within Douglas County to conduct their municipal elections. We looked into updating our intergovernmental agreement, so that is what is before you.
Okay.
I'll answer any questions.
Any questions? Board. Commissioner Raxton?
Good morning.
Good morning.
So I was just curious about the $3
Yes.
per resident. How long has that $3 fee been in place?
This is a new billing structure for this intergovernmental agreement. Previously, we calculated the expenses for the election and billed them that way. The $3 fee incorporates what our previous bill was, and it allows us to have basically some predictability in our billing structure, so that both entities have an idea going into an election season what their bill for that respective year is going to be. But this figure captured what we previously billed.
Okay. And then as an add-on, does that cover the cost? Or are there still some overage or any additional cost that has to be covered for these elections by a separate funding source?
It does cover the cost for the election. Now, we are living in a time right now where we get new mandates for elections, so pending no new unfunded mandates, we will be fine for this election season and subsequent election seasons based off of this structure.
Okay, thank you. Madam Chair, I yield the floor back to you.
Thank you so much, Commissioner. Any other questions, board? All right,
Thank you all.
Mhm.
Okay. Number 14, approval of an agreement with Tyler Technology to upgrade our current ERP software to Munis Enterprise ERP in the amount of $386,897 to be funded by the Information Services budget, and authorize the chairman to sign all related documents pending final legal review. Elliot Buggs.
Good morning, Madam Chair, Commissioners, Administration. This is the approval of the second phase of the upgrade for the ERP from New World to Munis. Pretty much is all we asking for. The money's for, we already have budgeted out in our IS budget. Do you have any questions for me?
Okay. Any questions, board? Okay.
All right,
Thank
too
you.
easy. Thank you. Have a good day.
All right. Madam Clerk, you have the floor.
Number 15, approval of a contract with City View Blueprints in the annual amount of $5,000 to be funded from the existing building department budget to provide web hosting for the Blueprints software currently used by the Building and Inspections Department to accommodate the transition to a web-based program, and authorize the chairman to sign all related documents pending final legal review. Chris Henderson.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This software came about because our current localized server software is going to be shut down by the end of March. So the natural progression is cloud migration for our permits and inspections. And we have the money in the building department budget to cover this initial. We just need a signature. And there will be one more payment that comes out, which will also be covered by the building department budget.
Okay. Any questions, board or Director Henderson? Commissioner Raxton?
All right, good morning.
Good morning.
So just curious about the 250 gigabyte storage capacity. Do we think that will be enough and sufficient?
You asking about the further payments?
Well, it says for the data storage limit of 250 gigabytes for hosting.
I have a feeling that a little bit more is going to be needed, okay, with the amount of data that we have. But my numbers are looking at anywhere between 12 and 15,000 in product, okay, trained and operational.
Okay. So, but we're comfortable for right now?
Yeah.
For the 250 for right now?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you. Madam Chair, I yield the floor back to you.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions, board? Thank you, Director Henderson.
Number 16, approval of memorandum of an understanding between Douglas County Parks and Recreation and CC Leisure LLC for the Big Bounce America event in April 2025, and authorize the chairman to sign all legal documents pending final legal review. Chad Griffin.
Good morning, Chairman, Commissioners, and Administration. Before we get started, I want to show you what Big Bounce America is. So they're going to play a short video.
Okay.
We're driving cars on the Mars tonight. We wanna go.
So that is Big Bounce America. It's going to be at Boundary Waters. We're going to host it on the football field and soccer fields there at Boundary. The build dates are April 7th through 11th. The event dates are April 12th through the 13th and April 18th through the 20th. And then they'll break down April 21st through the 22nd. So this is a turnkey event. They bring their own staff. They run the event. handle tickets. We're just there to support them and what they might need. So.
Okay. Thank you so much, Director. Any questions for? All right. No questions, Director.
Right, thank you.
All right. Madam Clerk?
Number 17, approval of a contract with UES for the amount of $24,948 to provide construction materials, testing, and special inspections for the Public Works Waste Transfer Station to be funded by 2022 SPLOST funds, and authorize the chairman to sign all related documents pending final legal review. Julia Janka.
Good morning, Madam
morning.
Chair.
Good morning.
Commissioners, County Administration. This is simply an addition to the normal project builds. What we do to protect ourselves as a county is we hire separate, non-biased, partisan inspection team to come out and review the construction work being done to make sure we have no issues or problems within the build site. This is for the public transfer, waste transfer station, sorry. And this is one of many steps, and we'll be doing this with every project moving forward.
Okay. Any questions for Director Janka?
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you, Director. Madam Clerk?
Approval of task orders 2025-1 in the amount of $32,250, 2025-2 in the amount of $2,500, and 2025-3 in the amount of $23,600, and 2025-4 in the amount of $2,600, for a total of $60,950 to be funded by the landfill's 2025 budget through Enterprise Fund for Atlantic Coast Consulting for testing and reporting required by EPD, and authorize the chairman to sign all related documents pending final legal review. Heath Cowart.
Good morning, Madam Chair,
Good morning.
Vice Chair, Commissioners, staff. Hey, so this is ACC. This is our yearly task orders for the upcoming year of 25. We have different tests from groundwater to methane monitoring to just making sure we're in compliance throughout the year. So that's what all these are, and it's in our budget, and just asking that y'all approve it, and we can roll on and not have any problems with EPD and APA, because we like to keep them happy.
Oh, yes.
Any questions?
Any questions, Board? Okay.
Thank y'all very much.
Thank you. You're welcome, Director Cowart. Thank you. Madam Clerk, you have the floor.
Number 19, approval to award a unit price contract pursuant to solicitation 2024-037 to Short Load Ready Mix Concrete LLC, DBA Quick Mix Concrete, to supply concrete materials for in-house construction projects and other countywide needs during fiscal year 2025, to be funded by each applicable department's budget, and authorize the chairman to sign all related documents pending final legal review. Anthony Choice.
Good morning, Madam Chair, Board of Commissioners, County Administration. Thank you for having me. My purpose here today is to present to you all the next 3 items, which are for a countywide service to be utilized by all of our departments. Basically, we have here first is our ready mix for our concrete to be awarded for all departments who have that access to do so, that will come from their budgets. If there is an award, because it is a countywide service, is why I'm here. If there's any questions from the previous history side, Director Rana has graciously offered to answer any of those questions for you guys.
Board of Commissioners, we have any questions for Director Choice? Okay. Commissioner Kenner Jones.
And so I just presume that this offers a level of efficiency and expediency by having these contracts be the same no matter which department is using them, so that they don't have to go out and bid on multiple small items.
Yes, ma'am. Exactly.
I appreciate you all for looking at that. I yield back, Madam Chair. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Commissioner Jones. Any other questions, Board? Okay. Being none, Madam Clerk.
Number 20, approval to award unit price contract pursuant to solicitation 2024-038 to Martin Marietta Materials to supply gravel materials for in-house construction projects and other county-wide needs during fiscal year 2025 to be funded by each applicable department's budget, and authorize the chairman to sign all related documents pending final legal review. Anthony Choice.
This also is the same type project where it is an in-house project for all departments.
Okay. Board, we have any questions regarding this item? Okay. We have none. Thank you so much. Madam Clerk?
Yes, number 21, approval to award a unit price contract pursuant to solicitation 2024-039 to Baldwin Paving Company, Inc. to supply asphalt materials for in-house construction projects and other countywide needs during fiscal year 2025 to be funded by each applicable department's budget, and authorize the chairman to sign all related documents pending final legal review. Anthony Choice.
This also is the same, Madam Chair. Any questions?
Okay. Any questions, Board? Okay. We have none.
Thank
you
you
so
all
much,
so much.
Director Joyce. Thank you. Madam Clerk, you have the floor.
Number 22, approval to modify the intersection control method of Slater Mill Road at Gentry Drive to an all-way stop control to be funded through DOT's budget, and authorize the chairman to sign all related documents pending final legal review. Solomon Rana.
Good morning, Madam Chair, Commissioners,
Good morning.
and County Administration.
Good morning.
Slater Mill Estate subdivision is located in District 2. We received a complaint from a resident about unsafe turning condition as they approach from their subdivision road to the major road, which is Slater Mill Road in this case. The speed limit on the main road is about 35 miles per hour. We performed some field verification or measurements to identify any safety concerns. Upon verification, we found a deficiency in the required sight distance to ensure safe turning movement. For their minor left turn movement, they were short by about 120 feet of sight distance as compared to what's recommended on the design site. To remedy that safety concern, we're recommending an update to the intersection control of this intersection to an all-way stop sign to be funded by our budget, and we're recommending your approval. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Director Rana, Managing Director Rana. We have any questions for Managing Director? Okay. Madam Clerk?
Number 23, approval to accept a deductive change order with Excelir Construction LLC in the amount of $43,592.57 in connection with the Highway 5 at Douglas Boulevard Turn Lane project, and authorize the chairman to sign all related documents pending final legal review. Solomon Rana.
Highway 5 at Douglas Boulevard was a SPLOST 2016 project that proposed addition of a turn lane. The project was completed towards end of last year and open to public as we speak. We're officially in the project closeout phase, and we've identified various savings on the contract. This amount refers to the quantity adjustments that were performed towards the end and present a savings of about $40,000 plus on this project. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Okay, thank you. Any questions for our Managing Director? Any questions? Okay. Vice Chair.
Not so much a question, but a comment. I just want to let you know, I've gotten tremendous amount of calls for that project of how much people are absolutely loving that turn lane and how it's freed up. So, especially to come in under budget, I just wanted to say you guys did a great job. I yield back, Madam Chair.
Thank you so much, Vice Chairman Alcaraz. All right. Madam Clerk, you have the next one.
Approval to renew an on-demand signing material and pavement marking contracts with MD Solutions, Vulcan Inc., and Tidwell Traffic Solutions pursuant to RFP number 23-006 and 23-023, and authorize the chairman to sign all related documents pending final legal review. Solomon Rana.
So our traffic maintenance division relies on external partners to supply signing material and also assist with pavement striping as needed. In 2023, we solicited on-call contracts for such vendors who are qualified and can deliver quality service at the time of need when requested by the department. There were 3 vendors selected to perform these 2 services. The original RFQ offered 4 renewal terms, and this is our first renewal. So far, we've been satisfied with the service provided, and we're recommending your approval for the first renewal of the contract. Thank you.
Okay. Any questions for our Managing Director? Okay. No questions. Thank you so
Thank
much.
Okay.
Madam Clerk, you have the next.
Number
item.
25, we have the 2025 committee assignments deferred from January 23rd, 2025. And I can read those.
Yes, please. Thank you.
For our standing committees, we have the Benefits Committee, which is the chair of Commissioner Raxton. Vice chair will be Chairman Jones. And the Pension Committee will be Commissioner Raxton as chair and vice chair Chairman Jones. Community Services Committee, chairman for Commissioner Mitchell. Vice chair would be Commissioner Kenner Jones. Finance Committee, proposed chair is Commissioner Mitchell. Proposed vice chair is Commissioner Raxton. Public Safety Committee, proposed chair is Commissioner Alcaraz, and proposed vice chair is Commissioner Mitchell. Safety Board will be Chairman Jones. Transportation Committee, proposed chair is Commissioner Kenner Jones, proposed vice chair Commissioner Alcaraz. And for our ad hoc committees, Residential Development, proposed chair is Commissioner Mitchell, proposed vice chair Commissioner Alcaraz. Tax Abatement Committee, proposed chair is Commissioner Kenner Jones, proposed vice chair Commissioner Raxton.
Okay. Thank you so much, Clerk and Board of Commissioners. We will certainly move forward tomorrow with the approval, if you all so desire, for these committees. Okay. Madam Clerk, you have the floor.
Number 26, we have board appointments that need to be made for Development Authority, Travel and Tourism Board, and Paratransit Committee. And attached to your packet is the breakdown of those members. Do you prefer that I read them?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
For Development Authority, we have 2 members who seek reappointment, Nick Slappy and Chandran Pemberton. We did advertise and we did not have any new applications for those positions. We have Paratransit Committee. We have 2 terms that are expiring, Vanessa Cooper and Charles Wynn. Charles Wynn does seek reappointment. We have not heard back from Ms. Cooper, and we did not receive any new applications. Travel and Tourism, we have 3 positions that are expiring. And these individuals seek reappointment: Davin Auble, Tina Harriet, Valerie Mitchell, and we have 1 vacant position due to a resignation. And we did receive 1 new application for Jamal Jesse. And we'll just need to officially make those appointments tomorrow.
That's it? Okay, thank you. All right, Board of Commissioners, any questions? Commissioner Raxton, you have the
Yes.
floor.
All right, thank you, Madam Chair. So just point of reference on order, in regards to the boards that have vacancy, it listed that Bob Foran had resigned from the Board of Assessors, but based on further investigation, it's actually Diane Connors that resigned from the Board of Assessors, not Bob Foran. So just wanted to make
Okay.
that clarification. Thank you. Madam Chair, I yield the floor back to you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions, Board? All right. Clerk, will we see these come forward tomorrow? Will it be listed on our agenda for voting
Yes, ma'am.
purposes? Okay, just want to make the board aware. All right. That is the end of our agenda. Any comments, Board? Do you have any questions or comments or anything to add? Okay, if there are no questions, County Attorney Lewis, do we need to go into executive session?
Yes, Madam Chair, we do. We have some items that would fall within those 4 permitted uses: real estate, litigation, cybersecurity, and personnel.
Okay, thank you. With that being said, citizens of Douglas County and then all our citizens that are here and our directors, the Board of Commissioners will take a pause for the calls for our executive session, and we will return momentarily. Board of Commissioners, do we have a motion to go into executive session?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on the floor. Any discussion? We have a motion and a second. All in favor of going into executive session, please indicate by raising your right hand. We have a 4 unanimous vote and the motion carries to go into executive session. All right, thank you. We will take a pause, and we will return momentarily.